Hi, and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. So, our question for today is, will we ever be together, like in a romantic relationship, okay? And this is a really popular question, and I get it a lot. Some of you guys have requested this reading in different words. For example, SAH Tarot Stars Aligned with Hope has requested, will they ever offer me a stable relationship? Haley Hills has asked me, when will they commit to me? And Melissa M has asked whether the relationship will happen or not. Okay, so this is definitely something that a lot of people want to know about, okay? This is a timeless reading, okay? And all you need to do is hold the person that you're wondering about in your mind and your heart and go with the pile that that feels right to you. Okay, now some people get drawn to more than one pile. If you absolutely can't pick, then there's got to be wisdom in both of them for you. Okay, and some people have more than one person in mind. If you do, then go ahead and consciously pick a pile for each person. That way you'll know which person's which, okay? And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of clarify that, just to make sure you guys know that, this is a pick a card reading. There are no rules. You can make up your own rules and all of that kind of stuff if you want. I mean, this is just purely intuitive, so go ahead and you can use your intuition to pick as well, okay? So, yeah, will we ever be together? So I've got a couple of things in here, and each reading's probably going to be pretty long, so I just wanted to kind of give a warning there. But let's go ahead and name the piles, okay? Pile number 1 is the gray Bloodstone. Pile number 2 is the purple Fluorite. Pile number 3 is the blue Lapis Lazuli. Pile number 4 is the pink Rose Quartz. Pile number 5 is the white Opalite, and pile number 6 is the black Obsidian. All right, guys, so while you're picking your piles, I do want to let you know, if you want a more in-depth reading, you can find out about all my readings by looking at the description below. Okay, that's where the timestamps are going to be. And that's also where you can contact me. My email's there if you want to contact me directly, as well as some links and basically anything you want to know about me. All right, guys, so that said, let's go ahead and get started and see, will we ever be together? All right. All right, those of you who picked the gray Bloodstone, let's go ahead and see what you have. All right, so the first card is Spiritual Union, okay? So this is the equivalent of the Two of Cups. Okay, you've got the Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Chariot. Your lesson is the Ice Queen. Your person's lesson is the Actor, okay? We have received, settling, and we have give your relationship a chance and deception in the reverse. Okay, so let me kind of take in these cards. All right, let's go ahead and start with the tarot. That's where I'm most comfortable starting. So first off, I think that the most important thing for you to know is spiritual union. Okay, this Two of Cups here. This is the ultimate decider for me. Okay, this lets me know that the two of you are going to be together. Okay, so yes, you guys will be together, and very soon it's going to be moving forward. Okay, so the Chariot kind of underscores that for me. All right, we also have the Four of Cups, which lets me know that either you or your person is kind of getting tired of the situation. It's like they want something to happen. Okay, there might be some kind of like boredom or like downturn in your relationship right now, but for most of you guys, I just feel like you guys are just getting tired of the situation the way it is, and so something needs to change. All right, and then we have the Nine of Wands is like letting me know that it's almost there. Like you are almost there. And so it's like if you were to give up now, you'd be giving up in the very last, like the very last moment, basically. Okay? So I do feel like this is gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna happen soon. I'll go ahead and give you a time frame on this. Once I look at the rest of the cards, okay? So we've got received and settling. I feel like settling really does go with the Four of Cups, okay? And I just feel like it's been too long that the two of you have been just kind of settling for second best in this relationship. And that's why it needs to move forward, okay? And that's why it will move forward, because neither one of you are okay with mediocre, okay? So understand that whatever, okay, I'm being told that some of you guys might have, might be seeing somebody who is already paired up with someone, okay? In that case, they're kind of settling in that life, but they are going to be moving forward with you. And in you guys' case, the boredom reflects their relationship. Like they're bored of their relationship, or they're no longer interested, okay? And that's how these two go together for that. But that's not all of you guys. That's just for those of you who are seeing somebody who's already in a relationship. Okay, so the received card is a really interesting card to get. And it's like, some people share a kind of telepathic communication with one another, okay? It happens a lot in twins, okay? There has been a lot of research done into that, okay? And it happens a lot when we're really in sync with somebody, or when we really care about somebody, okay? So it can happen in families, it can happen when you're really in love with someone, and then it can happen spontaneously for people we don't even understand why it's happened, right? This is letting you know that either your person has received some kind of message that you've sent them, or some kind of like they get it. It's like they get where your frame of mind is. Either that, or you've recently received a message from them. I think for most of you guys, it's going to be your person receiving something. But for some of you guys, there has been one that you got, okay? So keep that in mind. So give your relationship a chance. I feel like this is a situation where whatever relationship you're in right now, even if it's not the person that you are thinking about, okay? Give that relationship a chance, because there's something that you're doing in this relationship that is going to help you, okay, in the future. For those of you who are either in a relationship with your person, or are not in a relationship, and all you can think about is this person, that's the person you're supposed to give a chance to, okay? We have deception in reverse. So that lets me know that somebody has been deceptive in this relationship, but they're not being receptive. They're not being that way anymore. And that needs to be addressed. Okay. Somebody needs to come clean. Somebody needs to tell the truth in the situation. I don't feel like it's something that's just absolutely unforgivable, unless you're the kind of person that just absolutely hates lying, okay? But I do feel like there's been some kind of deception here, but it's not going on right now, and it's not going on anymore. So if you've already heard from this person about something that they were deceiving you about, that's it. And this is telling you that it's not happening anymore, whatever that was that they were being deceptive about. It was like a behavior. It wasn't, or it might have been about feelings. But I feel like it's like, that's not happening anymore, okay? And that's the most important thing about this card. Okay, so the lessons in this is kind of an interesting thing, right? The lessons in this for you, the viewer, is the Ice Queen, okay? And this isn't necessarily about being... this isn't exactly about being cold and distant and all of that kind of stuff. But what this is about is being the master of your emotions, being able to sit with your emotions and be calm and quiet about them, okay? Without reacting, okay? This is more of like a response rather than a reaction. So your overall lesson from all of this stuff that's been going on between the two of you is to become a kind of person that's able to sit with your emotions and feel them without having to do something about them. Okay, so that's your lesson. Practice that. The more you practice that, the quicker this will happen. And then for your person, for the person you're thinking about, what their lesson in this is learning how to be authentic, because they've not been their true selves in some instances. And it's not, I mean, and this might have nothing to do with the deception. Maybe they think they've been themselves and they're not. Okay, because it takes us sometimes, when we have layers and layers of habits that we've had, you know, it takes a really long time to get down to that core, you know. I actually think about the tower when I think about this card, because it's like all of those walls have to completely break down before you see what's inside, right? And I feel like that's kind of what your person's lesson is right now in this, okay? Is to learn to be completely authentic and to kind of be vulnerable too, you know? So the overall thing is that, yes, they're going to move forward. As far as a time frame, let me kind of zero in on it. Okay. Okay. All right. This is going to be true no matter what time you watch this. Okay. So if you're watching this the day that it goes up, this is what I'm going to say is going to be the time that the two of you are going to be together. And if you're watching it a year from now, it's going to be the same time. Okay. So this is timeless, and you know, you guys are going to be watching this. I mean, this is timeless, and the same time frame that I'm going to give is going to be applicable to anybody who watches this. Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, so what I'm getting is May, June, July, and August. Okay, so there's 4 months. I understand, but understand this is also a general reading, so a lot of people are watching this. May, June, July, and August are going to be the time. Is in between those 4 months is when this is going to happen. Okay, May, June, July, and August. I wish I could say it's going to happen sooner for those of you who are watching right now, but that's what I'm getting, and I really feel strongly about that. Okay, alrighty. So hi, those of you who picked pile number 2, the purple fluorite. Okay. So we have heart-to-heart conversation. We have codependency, but codependency is in reverse. Let me put it. I'm putting it facing you guys so you know. We've got pause, cycles. Okay, your lesson in this is sadness. Their lesson is personal truth. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Star, and truth. Wow, guys. Okay, I know this is a lot to think about. Let me go ahead and start with the tarot, okay? So, first off, the two of you really feel called to be together, okay? I really feel like there's something about your relationship that's really, really secure like that, okay? And we have the Star, so it's like there's something fated, or there's, you know, the direction is you know, to go towards one another. Just so you know, 20, truth, okay, this is the equivalent of the Judgment card, okay, in this particular tarot. And the reason I'm telling you that is so that you understand why I'm saying that you guys feel a calling, okay, because it's like Judgment is all about a call. And also, like, when we talk about something that's really true, it's like this kind of is true not only on a physical level, but also in a spiritual way too. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that. Just want to explain, because sometimes, you know, sometimes people appreciate that. So you are in a place where you guys have abundance. Okay, here's what's gonna make or break it. You guys need to talk. Okay, you guys need to have a conversation. And that's why we're seeing this heart-to-heart conversation right here. This is what needs to happen, okay? You know, there was a time where maybe you felt like you were too clingy, or maybe your person felt like they were too clingy, or it felt like there was something that was almost unhealthy about the whole situation. That's over now, okay? This is more clear. This is more you know, it's, things are not going to be like that anymore. Okay. The cycles just kind of reinforces to me that, yeah, there's going to need to be a time to talk. And I feel like right now you're kind of on a pause. Okay. Now, you guys might be interacting every single day, but it's like you just need to have this conversation about your relationship and then it'll happen. That's it. That's all that has to happen. You guys just need to have that conversation. And I do feel like that's going to happen. Okay. So let's look at the lessons here for you guys. Okay. So for you, the lesson in this is to learn how to handle sadness. Okay. How to handle grief. And you know, this is a general, so I can't really relate this to the relationship, but hopefully you guys will understand why this is going on in connection to this relationship. But this is supposed to show you how to handle grief, okay? And what this is doing for your person, this is showing your person their personal truth. It is showing your person who they truly are, okay? And that really goes well with the truth here. I do have to mention that there are a lot of celestial bodies that have come up, okay? We've got the moon, the sun, the moon on this, okay? We've got the star, and then we've got, with truth, we've got the night sky here, okay? So I have to mention that. I think that that's important. Okay, so I feel like that's another sign that things are kind of cosmically working towards getting the two of you together. This is one of those things where it's about action, okay? Whether or not one of you takes action. You guys just need to communicate. That's all that needs to happen in order for the two of you to get together. And as far as the timing on that, okay. All right, I feel like this is the most ridiculous timing to give anybody, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, so as far as the timing on this, what I'm getting is that this is gonna either happen in June, or this is gonna happen between September and January. So the months that this is gonna be happening for you guys is either gonna be September, October, November, December, or January, or June. Okay, I understand that that is like a really, really weird timing, but that's what I'm getting here. And so I'm just being authentic with that, okay, guys? And I'm also getting that that is timeless. So no matter what time you watch this, that's when the two of you guys are going to have your next opportunity to be together, to talk, okay? And I'm getting that some of you guys actually might not have an opportunity to talk, okay? I'm just gonna say right here, if your person has blocked you, if your person is in a situation right now where they've told you that they're not gonna talk to you, and this has happened, and they've blocked you for more than 2 weeks, then I don't feel like this conversation is gonna happen. Okay, if your person's somebody that that's kind of erratic and sometimes, you know, blocks people and sometimes don't, then, you know, you don't have to worry about that. And if you're in a situation where your person's blocked you, but you see each other like all the time, like maybe you go to school together, or maybe you work together or something like that, then you guys don't have to worry about it either, because this is all about talking. Communication has to happen. Okay, guys? All right. All right, those of you who picked pile number 3, the blue Lapis Lazuli heart. Let's see, will you ever be together? Okay, so we have, we have separation in reverse. We have engagement. We have compromise. We have return. We have fear, we have confession, we have the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and trapped in fear. Okay, I just got like a lot of shivers. I'm sorry, I've just got to kind of get my bearings. It's just a lot, like there's a lot of emotion here, I can tell, with you guys. I can just tell there's a lot of emotion. I apologize. This has happened once before on my channel, and it's kind of embarrassing when it does, but oh, goodness. All right, guys, you guys are intense. Yes, you guys will be together, okay? Yeah, you will. Oh my gosh. Wow. There's just so many emotions between the two of you guys. I mean, on both sides too. And it feels like it's so complicated, but it's not. It's really not that complicated. It's just about like the two of you are two humans and you're just trying to figure this out, okay? And you will figure it out. Yeah, you will figure it out. You'll be happy. You'll be fine. Some of you guys might be separated right now, or maybe long distance or something like that, but you are gonna be okay. You're gonna figure it out, okay? That is like the strongest thing that I'm getting. It's just you guys are gonna figure it out. You're gonna be okay. I'll go through each one of these cards and interpret them from you. I just need a moment because it's just so strong. Wow. Okay. You guys both feel things really strongly, first off. And if you're like, no, my person's like a robot, then you just don't know. You just don't know that depth there. I really feel like both of you are really afraid in this situation. And I think that, and understand that there's different kinds of fears, okay? For some of you guys, you're afraid to move forward because it's so different. For some of you, you're afraid to move forward because you've been overthinking it. Some of you guys are afraid that this is too good to be true. Some of you guys are just horrified with the decisions you've made and how this situation could exist, basically. And if you had only known that this situation could have existed, before. That's kind of like what I'm getting. I feel like that's more on your person's side than the viewers, although it's just very overwhelming here. Some of you guys might be prone to kind of negative thinking about the situation. Don't. I mean, yeah, of course I can say that, but I mean, you don't have anything to fear, really. This is okay. I really feel like this is your lesson, okay? These two cards I picked for your lesson, okay? This is your lesson. This is your person's lesson. Your lesson is fear. Their lesson is confession, okay? We'll get to that. We have trapped in fear as the big influencer right now. Okay, your person's really scared and you're really scared, but that doesn't mean that there's not feelings there. It's just you guys are really scared right now. That's okay. Eventually, your person, this is your person, not you. Your person's going to tell you how they feel. Okay, your person is going to tell you how they feel. They've been intimidated by you. That's one reason why they haven't told you that yet. They're intimidated by you. They feel like you're better than them. They feel like you're too good for them. They feel like they can't measure up. They don't understand that you can just simply love them and that's it. Okay? They don't get that. And it's like, and this has to do with their own baggage and their own stuff that they've got to work through themselves, and unfortunately they do have to work through it themselves, okay? They do care about you, though. They do now, okay? They care about you very, very deeply now. It's just they're not telling you for some reason, and they will tell you, though, okay? They will tell you, and when they tell you, you guys are gonna be right here. Just so happy. For those of you who are in separation, because I'm getting separation, but it's in the reverse, okay? There will be a return, okay? We've got the return card. And there is going to be some kind of compromise reached between the two of you, okay? Understand, this might take a while, okay? This might take a while for this to happen. Understand, in the meantime, you guys are going to be talking probably. There will be a compromise met. I'm getting that for some of you guys, that you guys are friends, okay? And so you're going to be talking a lot anyway, okay? And I'm getting so many things for so many viewers that I can't go into all the specifics, but I am getting for enough of you guys are friends and you're going to be talking and all of that. And that's kind of the compromise, you get to love each other in that way, basically. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you guys aren't going to be together later. I just mean that that's kind of what's going on in the now. Okay, and then, you know, of course, we get separation in reverse. Okay, so that means that whatever is separating the two of you, whether it's land or whether it's anything else, you know, just anything imaginable, that is going to, that's going to end. And then we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Will they commit? Yes. Okay. Will you guys be together? Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's just the feelings are too strong for it not to happen. What's your lesson right now? You know, the two of you guys are going to be going through so many different lessons anyway that it's almost like, you know, it's almost like silly that I pulled these cards, you know, in retrospect, because you guys are going to be having all these lessons together. But your lesson right now is fear. Okay. You've got to learn not to let fear control you. You've got to learn to trust, okay? Really trust. When you think about this relationship, think about it as if it's already happened. Send it positive thoughts, positive feelings. You know, imagine your person just surrounded by all of your positive feelings. Send those to your person. Imagine your person sending those positive feelings back to you. Just know, you know, that you're okay in this situation. You're not going to get hurt like that. You're going to be fine. I mean, I really feel like that's a really big thing for you guys to hear. You're going to be okay. You're going to figure it out. Okay. And then for your person right now, their big thing is this Knight of Cups right here, confession. They're, and I feel like there is an element here with this particular card. I do feel like there's an element of guilt that has to do with this confession. Okay, like so maybe there's a situation where your person might be in a relationship already right now. Okay, or something like that. I mean, I'm just pretending to give an example of why they might feel guilty. So I feel like they feel guilty for not telling you. And they feel guilty for their feelings for whatever reason. They feel a little guilty, or they feel a little like, ooh, should I be having these feelings? Like, not so much like it's forbidden, but like maybe it's like, it's almost like it startled them and they feel like something's wrong. You know, I kind of feel like the way it happens when people have anxiety and panic attacks or generalized anxiety disorder, that kind of thing. It's like you'll see something on TV, or maybe you'll hear a sound or whatever, and it'll trigger you and you'll suddenly get kind of panicked. And you might not have any reason to be panicked over this thing for whatever, you know, no reason, but for some reason it makes you feel panicked. I feel like that's where your person is sometimes, okay? Just that like, oh my gosh, like what am I going to do? But you guys are going to figure it out, and the bottom line here is that your person will make an offer to you. You guys are going to be together here, and you guys are going to be really, really happy. Again, though, that thing that I was hit with at the very beginning, you guys have a lot of really intense emotions between the two of you right now, and I think the reason that it affected me so much is that neither one of you guys are really communicating about that, or what is communicated is so small compared to how huge the feelings are. And it's just like, it almost like, I don't know, like if it was a wind, it would have knocked me over, you know, easily, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's really intense, guys. And so yeah, you guys are fine. You guys are gonna figure things out. All right, those of you who picked the pink rose quartz, we have attraction, you deserve love, oops, observer, destruction. Okay, so your lesson is the vampire. Their lesson is Vanity Fair. We have the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and Firm Foundation. Okay, all right. So first off, the two of you are obviously attracted to each other, okay? I think that goes without saying. All right, and yeah, you deserve love. We're gonna go ahead and start with these over here. All right, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. You guys, please watch to the end of this reading, because you're probably not going to like what you hear here, but I do feel like there's the whole reading needs to be said, okay? So please watch to the end, okay? So first off, the thing that you guys need is a firmer foundation, okay? You need a stronger foundation in order to build this relationship up on, okay? It can't just stand on the attraction and the fact that you guys have fun together sometimes and all of that. You're probably either going to be hurt in this relationship or you've already have been hurt, okay? But you will find that there is a lot of success in this relationship, okay? So it's almost contradictory, right? But it's like you will be hurt in this situation, or you already have been, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. There will be some kind of betrayal, okay? And there will be some kind of ending to this relationship, okay? You still have the success card here. I feel like once this relationship comes to an ending, somebody's still watching somebody else. It could be you, it could be your partner. If it's you, then you know it. If it's not you, it's the person that you have on your heart, okay? We have everything just we have everything being destroyed, being fallen apart. Of course that's going to cause heartache, okay? Of course that's going to feel horrible, okay? But again, you guys have this attraction, okay? The thing that you need to work on, that you need to really realize, is that you do deserve love. If you can get love out of this particular situation, because we still have the success, okay? We have the success card. If you can get love out of this situation, go for it. Otherwise, I really feel like this is way, way too messy, okay, to be healthy. I just feel like it's way too messy to be healthy, and it feels like it would be better to walk away from it, okay? But let's go ahead and talk about this, okay? We've got your lesson is a vampire. You've got to learn not to let their energy, not to let them take advantage of you, okay? Try not to let them take advantage of you, because it's like, I really feel like you're being taken advantage of in this situation. And then we have Vanity Fair, okay? So I really feel like they're like putting on a show, okay? They're putting on some kind of show. The positive things that I'm getting is attraction and success here, okay? So this might be like small successes, okay? This might be like every so often you feel really successful in this relationship, but maybe not all the time, okay? But for the most part, I think most of the people that pick this pile, it's not going to happen. But that's okay, because you're going to have something so much better. And I know, like, some of you guys aren't going to be believing me and everything, but you'll have something so much better in the future that it's just not even, it's not even an issue. It's not even going to be a problem. If you are not in a relationship with this person, if this has already gone through this phase where it's completely ended, right? And you're the one that's, looking him up on social media and all of that. I'm not saying this as a reader. I'm saying this as somebody who understands psychology, because, I do have a psychology degree. When we engage in repetitive behavior, where for example, let's say you have a picture of the person, okay, and you're constantly looking at the picture over and over again, that keeps that person in your mind, okay? So, try to just this observing. If you decide that you don't want to be in this situation, try to let it go, okay? And not do that so much, not like look them up on social media and things like that, okay? Because it's like, it's gonna keep your heart really anchored with this person, okay? I'm also getting that for some of you guys, this is one of those situations where it's like a false, gosh, I hate this. I hate having to say this. It's like a false twin flame kind of thing, or it's a false soulmate kind of thing. Like, it feels like it is, but it's just way too destructive. Like given the energy that I'm getting for you guys, okay? And if this doesn't resonate, throw it away, okay? Completely throw it away, I'm not accurate 100% of the time. But if this is your person, and if your person's been this hurtful towards you, they are not. There's no soul connection here at all. There is nothing here that is in any kind of person's better, like in any person's better for the higher purpose or anything like that. Yes, everybody has to go through pain in their lives and everything, but this relationship is not that kind of relationship. This is not the kind of relationship that where there's a strong soul connection there at all. I feel like it's really based on, there's an attraction there and there might be like a soul pull, but I feel like it's being pulled there because for some reason you guys, some of you guys might believe that you don't deserve love, or you don't deserve the kind of love that's true, the real love, okay? You feel like this is love because it's a need, because it feels so urgent. It feels so much like a need, But this person, this person's not good for you, okay? For most of you guys, this person's not good for you. If you can build this firm foundation, okay? And I feel like there is a lot of obstacles to getting there. But if you can build this firm foundation, then you can be successful, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and say that's like 10% of you, all right? I think most of you guys really need to get out of a really bad situation. And if you are being abused in any way, please get out of that situation. There are resources there that you can look to help, okay? But get out of the situation if you're being physically abused, sexually abused, emotionally, psychologically, mentally abused. If you don't know what that means, you probably have the internet since you're watching me, so please look it up on the internet to find out what these things are, what the signs are. But I'm just this is way too messy. This is just so messy. And it just doesn't look positive for you guys. And I'm so sorry. I hate being the person to have to say that, but it feels really like, for me, feeling this, it makes me feel so uncomfortable. And so, I need to defend myself. It makes me feel like I need to defend myself and I need to get away. But yeah, I don't feel like this is the one for you, okay? Hi, those of you who picked pile number 5, the white opalite. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. The last reading was just so overwhelming, and the reading before that was, so I'm so glad that you guys are just very simple. Okay, we've got release your ex, stay optimistic about your love life. Okay, we have union, dark night of the soul. Their lesson in this is castigation. Castigation. I don't know that word. I know it's like, okay, I should know this, especially since my husband is Catholic twice over. But I didn't know that word until recently. We've got the farewell. That's your lesson. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Six of Cups, and we have the Three of Coins, or Three of Pentacles, and we have obstacles and challenges. Okay, this looks like major normal. This looks like, so if you guys feel like this is never going to be, I guess, normal, it will. Okay. Right now you guys are probably going through some kind of challenges, okay? And, that happens in every relationship. I get the impression that for you guys, it kind of feels like it's happened a little bit more than it should. To go ahead and answer the question, will we ever be together? Your answer is yes, okay? You've got the union card, and I've got some other reasons why I say that too, okay? So yes, you will be together. Your person really wants to be acknowledged for what they do. Okay, I see this so much. It's so interesting. This is just a basic human need, but but some people, like, I guess they don't recognize how important it is. Your person just needs to feel appreciated and like they're doing a good job, and like you really think that they're cool. This is basically the card that comes up when somebody's like, well, do you think I'm cool? Do you think I'm special? Do you think, it's like that. They just need to hear that a little bit more. Okay. So whenever you see your person doing something that you really admire, that you like, or you get into a situation where you can be like, you know what, I really like your opinion about this because I love the way you think, or something like that, make sure that you're letting your person know, I like you, I like the way you think, I think you're so cool, I think it's so neat that you did that thing, I think it's neat that you said that thing, your jokes are so funny, that kind of thing, okay? Your person just really wants to be be seen like that, okay? And for some of you guys, you might notice that your person has a lot of bravado, okay? And, you know, it's kind of endearing almost, but, you know, they basically, they just need their ego stroked a little bit, okay? We do have, like, with the Six of Cups energy, I feel like you guys have known each other for a long time, or maybe there's some kind of, soul connection there, you know, from a past life or something like that. But I feel like this is so sweet, you know, like this is very sweet, and this is very, like, almost like too simple when it comes to how easy it is to just love this person and how easy it is for them to love you, okay? But for some reason, this relationship hasn't really started yet, okay? It will. It will start. And I'll go ahead and give you some timelines on that once we kind of get through the rest of these cards. So we have Release Your Ex, okay? This doesn't necessarily have to be a literal ex, okay? I know that's like, what? That's what it says, right? This is just, there's something from your past that's holding you back, okay? And you've just got to release that, okay? So if it's like, it's something that sometimes people say, like, oh, I'm married to that thought, or I'm married to that, you know, whatever, or whatever. This might be something that you need to release, that is something you really love or something you really like, that you're just really, that's kind of like controlled you a little bit. And it's like you need to release that so that you can feel better about yourself. I mean, and this is all about self-esteem. We've got a lot of self-esteem issues here, okay? So we've got Release Your Ex. Obviously, if there's a person that's still on your heart that that you can't seem to get over or that kind of stuff, try to release them. One thing I would tell you is try to get things out of sight that remind you of that person, that kind of thing. Because really, you know, you'll focus on what you're surrounded by, okay? So kind of keep that in mind. This could be just a situation where, this could be a situation where one or both of you are in a relationship already, and that just needs to happen in order for the two of you to be together, okay? But I do feel like you guys are going to be together. We've got Union, the Ace of Cups, talking about something new, and we have Stay Optimistic, you know? So that's why I think that. So we've got Union. Castigation. This is when we punish ourselves for something, you know? And so I'm like getting release and this castigation thing, you know, I really feel like this lesson, you know, is gonna, like, your person's gonna go through some kind of dark night of the soul, okay? And, you know, really have some issues to get rid of, okay? And I really feel like your person might actually suffer from a mental disorder, like a clinical mental disorder. And if they do, please just direct them to a professional that can really help them, because, you know, mental disorders are just as real as disorders of any other organ. Okay. So do please understand that this might be something that they can't help. There might be some darkness there that they can't help, okay? And they just need to face that, okay? But they will, and they'll come out of it just fine, okay? One thing that does give me a little bit of pause, not because it's negative, but just because it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. I feel like there's gonna be a time where you guys are gonna have to say goodbye. Now, this is gonna be something like, you know, this could be something like one of you is going out of town and you have to say goodbye, you know, or it could be that the two of you kind of go in separate directions. You know, maybe you guys have had a relationship before and you feel like you want to get back together, or maybe you've had a relationship before and now you're dating and you've dated for a long enough time. You're just wondering, well, are we going to get back together or what, you know? So if this has already happened, then you don't have to worry about it. Okay. But anyway, as far as when this is going to happen for you guys, I feel like, well, it's going to be soon. Okay. I would say the end, the end of March. Let's see. Yeah, the end of March or the beginning of April is probably going to be when this happens. For some of you, it's not going to be until May. But yeah, that's when this is going to happen. And I'm also being told that this is a timeless reading. So no matter when you're watching it, that's when this is going to happen. Only, okay, for some of you guys, it's going to happen in, in September, October, or November. Okay, so kind of keep that in mind. I know it's like such a weird thing. I've been getting really weird timings with a lot of these readings in this particular group. I have no idea why, but maybe it's just because it's so general. But yeah, you guys are going through some times right now. Just lift this person up, okay? Because I feel like it's really easy to love this person. So just lift this person up. Know that something new is coming. Look for that in April. For those of you who are watching this really soon after this has gone up. For those of you who April's already passed, and you know, even if you're in May, okay. Well, actually, I think it might happen in May too. We've got April and May for you guys. But if you're in June already, then look for that in September, October, or November. Okay. All right, guys. All right, those of you who picked the Black Heart, will we ever be together? Let's see, we have choose wisely, so somebody has to choose. We have the Lovers, the Queen of Cups, and the Fool. So it's looking really positive for you. Okay, so this card represents your lesson, and this card represents their lesson. Okay, so their lesson is the battle, and your lesson is the phoenix. That's really interesting. So we've got stuck in grief, okay, and we have romantic feelings and soulmate. Oh my goodness, how awesome is that, guys? We've got the Lovers and soulmate. Wow. This is so easy. You guys, this is awesome. For those of you who already know how to read these cards, like, you already know it. So yeah, I mean, there has to be a decision, okay? You guys got to just make the decision to be together. That might actually be easier said than done, but you got to make the decision to be with each other. You know, every time I see water, I think this could be long distance. I'm actually not getting that it is for most of you, but for some of you guys, it could be long distance. So I'm going to go ahead and say that, okay? Yeah, because we've got water there too. But yeah, one of you guys is going to have to make a big decision, or both, okay? And so as long as you guys choose to be together, you will be, okay? We've got the Lovers. So yeah, I feel like the Lovers is coming up because there's a lot of sexual attraction. I feel like, you know, this is coming up first off to kind of verify that yes, you guys will be together. Absolutely. But it's also coming up because I feel like there's a lot of sexual attraction between the two of you, and it probably isn't being expressed. And so that's why I'm getting that. Your person really, really loves you a lot. I mean, it's so receptive. The Queen of Cups, one of the most loving, nurturing, intuitive people, okay? So your person is probably very intuitive. Your person probably feels very deeply about things, and your person probably is a really positive person too. They probably take care of you. They probably take really good care of you, and they will take really good care of you when the two of you are together. If you're not already, geez, how could you guys have all of these cards and not be together, I wonder. So yeah, you're gonna have a lot of, like, when we get the Fool, part of it is like taking that risk and trusting and all of that kind of stuff. But what I feel like for you guys, those of you who pick this pile, you guys are gonna be like journeying together. You guys are gonna be sharing a journey together, and it's like, it just feels really positive. Okay, we have romantic feelings. So yeah, your person has romantic feelings for you. In case you didn't know, your person does have romantic feelings for you, okay? Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So your feelings are also real, okay? You're not crazy. You're not weird. And yes, this is your soulmate. This is your soulmate, guys. I just got a kind of like weirdly contradicting thing, and I think it's because of this grief and stuck here. Some of you guys might actually not make the decision, okay? But if you guys don't make the decision, it's like there's a really good reason not to, okay? Like maybe the two of you care about each other so much that you guys don't want to break up. Like, for example, maybe you guys met and both of you are married, and you guys love each other so much that you don't want to break up each other's marriage because it would just be it would put too much grief on you, okay? So I think that that's what this means. I think some of you guys are stuck right now in this relationship. I think some of you guys are kind of, well, too bad you guys are stuck together, you know. I think it's kind of like that too. But there is going to be some pain before this happens, you know, before this comes together, you know, nice and perfectly. And oh my gosh, this would be such a perfect relationship. This is such a great relationship. But yeah, this decision does need to happen though. The decision needs to happen that you decide this and that your person decides this. And this is the kind of person that you can talk to, okay? You can actually talk to your person about this. They'd be very receptive. I mean, the Queen of Cups, very, very receptive person. You can talk to your person about this and they'll like let you know what their decision is, why they're making that decision. And if their decision isn't to be with you, it's not because they don't love you. It's not because they don't have romantic feelings for you. It's not because they don't feel like you're, like, they probably actually feel like you are their soulmate or some kind of version of that. Whatever aligns with their beliefs, okay? It's because there's something else that they're in that makes absolute sense, and it would be a wiser decision to stay in that situation or to not be with you, and it'll make sense, okay? So, your lesson in this is to learn to change, okay? That's what your lesson is. And I really feel like with this grief card and with the Phoenix, your lesson might have something to do with some kind of like actual death, okay? There might be, you know, maybe your person's really good at helping people through grief. Maybe they've been through it, you know, that kind of thing. But there might be an actual death that you have either already experienced or you will experience. Because we've got the rising up from the ashes with the Phoenix and everything and being reborn and that kind of stuff, you know. Or it could be that there's a metaphorical death and it's a metaphorical grief. You say goodbye to the old you because the old you no longer serves you, but you still have to grieve that loss because that is a part of you that was there for a while. So it might be kind of hard to give that up. So yeah, there probably will be some grief in this. Maybe it's that you have to leave a relationship in order to be with this person, you know, that kind of thing. But just make sure that you're talking, make sure you're communicating, because whatever you choose and whatever they choose, I do feel like it's going to be the wisest decision for everybody involved, okay? And then with them, they're battling their own self over this. They're like, I feel like they're trying to manage this situation. They don't want this to get out of hand, basically, and they're trying to manage the situation. I feel like they might even be battling with you about it, like not necessarily by having really, like not necessarily by having like really explosive arguments or anything like that. But what I mean is like they're like resisting the situation. And so it's like, and so they're like turning on themselves. They're like kind of like self-sabotaging, that kind of thing. And their lesson is to not basically be of two minds, right? Their lesson is to integrate, okay? So as far as timing for this, we've got it kind of all over the place. I feel like this is going to be one of those situations, and I hate saying this because, you know, I like to give time frames for people, but I feel like this is going to be one of those situations where it's going to happen when it happens, but it definitely will happen as long as you make the decision to stick with it, okay? So yeah, make the decision to stick with it, and you've got everything laid out right here. This is such a great, I can't believe that these two cards came up at the same time. That is so cool. All right, guys, you guys have it. You're good. All right, guys. So, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Really appreciate you guys. I appreciate every single like and subscribe and you know, comment that I get. I love it. Thank you so much for giving me that feedback, because it helps me know what kind of content you guys want and what I'm doing good with and what I'm not doing so good with, you know. I always get a little nervous when I have some negative messages to say, you know, or some messages that I feel you guys might not want to hear. And I had some of those with this particular reading, and I'm just conscious of that, and I'm a little bit nervous to put this up, but you know, hey, I'm gonna do it. And you guys, just know that I celebrate every single one of you guys. I just think you guys are so great. And I will see you on my next pick a card reading.